Now playing, get ready for the family reunion from hell. From the producers of the horror classic Evil Dead comes a brand new nightmare and the scariest installment yet. After her husband's mysterious passing, a widow seeks comfort with her in-laws in their secluded cabin in the woods. But as they one by one turn into something much more sinister, she discovers that every family has its demons. Evil Dead Burn. Now playing only in theaters. Rated R. Under 17, not admitted without parent. Last podcast on the left is all about the facts. So when Southern New Hampshire University came on as a sponsor, it was time to do some research. Turns out they offer more than 200 online degree programs, and get this, criminal justice and psychology are some of the most popular. Classes have no set meeting times, and tuition rates are some of the lowest in the U.S. Want to learn even more about SNHU? Visit snhu.edu/last.
There's no place to escape to.
This is the last podcast.
On the left.
From your glade.
That's when the cannibalism started.
What was that?
Man, I tell you, the only Bronco I like is a Bronco that you carve a fucking burger out of.
Oh, a horse? You want a horse burger?
For some reason, I thought a Bronco was like a bull.
No, it's a horse. The Broncos. It's a football team. The horse is the mascot.
Well, is it? Okay, let's just assume, first of all, that most hamburger meat in the United States of America is already horse meat.
You could, which is legal, I believe now.
Yes, it is. Yeah, I mean, horses are good meat.
Sure, yeah,
it's
they're
like
fun.
a fucking walking around. It's like you can't eat a car, but you can eat a horse.
Terrible meat.
Think about this. Imagine if you could have a car made out of fucking jerky, that if you're driving across the country and you run out of gas and you're stuck in the desert, you can eat your car. That's what a horse is.
You want a jerky car, and a horse is nothing but that.
Technically, a horse is a jerky car with a rug on the top of it that can be made into clothes, if you need it to be.
And this is just how you see animals, huh?
Yeah.
Just as future jerky.
As to whatever is fucking convenient for what I need.
That's right. All right, welcome to the show, everyone. That's Marcus Parks. I'm Ben Kissel. With us, as always,
let's just say
zookeeper or
zookeeper.
I don't know, some animal thing.
Swiss Army zookeeper Henry Zabrowski, where you could take a cat. Oh, if you kill it, it can also be an oven mitt. Oh, you could take a dog. Well, specifically a cat, because you could core out its butthole and stick your hand up there and use its mouth to hold a pot or pan.
You can use a big rat for that as well.
No.
Raccoon, possum.
No, this is where your imagination is wrong.
What are you talking about?
What you use a rat for is a microphone cover or a golf club cover.
Sure. Well, I'll tell you.
Which I still don't really understand the purpose of. I've never been golfing.
No, you're not allowed.
I've never been rich enough.
Yes.
And I don't have strong enough hips for the swinging motion.
Well, the guy we're about to talk about, he was actually a great golfer. He had very strong hips.
Wait a second.
He was a running back. We mentioned it.
I spilled some apple juice onto my
We're talking about O.J. Simpson. We're talking about O.J. Simpson.
Is loose.
The juice.
Oh, the juice. Everyone loves the juice. This week is
20 years, right?
The 20th anniversary of the Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman murders perpetrated by Mr. O.J. Simpson.
No, is it 20 years to the night that they were murdered, or is it 20 years to the day that he was basically
Bronco
accused
chase.
of the crime, the Bronco chase?
Yeah. Yesterday was the 20th anniversary of the Bronco chase, and I believe Monday was the anniversary of the murders.
Yeah.
Takes me back, man.
Oh. I got something to say about that Bronco chase, but we'll talk about it when we get there.
Yeah,
Cutting off my Knicks game. Unbelievably upsetting.
I still remember when Princess Di died, and it was the middle of me watching Saturday Night Live, and I was just like, who's Princess Di?
Who gives a shit?
I want Chris Farley.
Oh, my God.
Well, for some of our younger listeners out there who may not remember this, I know all of us were around 10, 11 years old when that happened. Ben, you may have been 12.
Okay. That's roughly 10 or 11.
Yeah, so a time when we can remember this fairly vividly.
Yes.
O.J. Simpson was one of the greatest running backs to ever grace the game.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, he used to be a football player.
He was a Buffalo Bill. Yes,
Yeah,
number
he was
32.
he was the first. And by the way, my football number in junior high was 32, and my coach used to call me OJ.
Yeah.
Well, that's not terrifying.
Yeah, that was,
nickname.
and this was 1995, 96.
That's
so
great.
Murder still very fresh in the minds of Americans.
Sure, yeah.
Well, you can see by your crooked smile and your coyote-type eyes that you were just about to snap anyway.
Oh man.
Because sometimes a woman will just drive you crazy.
All right, take it easy.
Take it easy.
My goodness.
Yeah, O.J. Simpson, first guy to rush for 2,000 yards. His offensive line was
That's
called.
like 10 football fields.
That's a lot of football. It's much more than 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 2,000 football fields. 100 yards is a football field.
I'm no football expert.
Yes.
There's a 2,000 football fields.
No, it's 200.
200, whatever. I'm no mathematician.
Ooh, yeah, well, of course, O.J., his nickname was the Juice. You know,
Because his name is OJ.
yes. Orenthal James. And because his style of playing was electrifying.
Yeah, because they called
right.
it. What was his name? They called him the electric company.
They called his offensive line the Electric Company.
Oh, okay, very good.
Yeah, he was a Hall of Famer. 1985, he was inducted. And then he became an actor.
And he was charming.
He is a wonderful actor. Go back and watch the Naked Gun films.
Oh, the
he
best.
is wonderful. Yes, he is brimming with homicidal intent, but
Yeah, we did not know that at the time, though.
sometimes that makes for a good comedian. Look at us.
Sure, yeah.
Yes, sometimes, yes, we may, say things we don't mean.
Yeah.
Stir the pot a bit.
Sure. But he got an attractive girlfriend.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, he did. Yeah, he was in Roots. He was in The Klansman. He was in Capricorn 1.
The Klansman?
Yes.
Yes.
What was he? Was he one of the
He
Klansmen?
played a pair of boots.
He is a very good actor.
Very good actor.
God, some of the best boot acting I've ever seen.
In 1979, he started a production company making made-for-TV movies, including Goldie and the Boxer and Cocaine and Blue Eyes.
Oh, yeah.
And at the time of the murders in
I wonder where he got cocaine and blue eyes from. Just staring at Nicole as she toured a huge line in Miami.
He had a pilot at the time of the murders called The Frogmen.
Now,
that
remember
it had just been filmed.
But I see, for some reason,
a pilot for television.
A pilot for television. It was an A-Team ripoff called The Frogmen. And in fact, in one scene, he holds a knife to the throat of a woman.
well, sometimes if you're a frogman, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
And sometimes that woman is, maybe driving you fucking off the fucking handle.
Well,
You never know.
But when I was a kid, I remember distinctly hearing about frogmen. I was playing Battletoads, and for some reason I was fixated on the idea that he was going to play a giant frog. And then when the murders happened, I remember just thinking of being like, man, he was just about to play a giant frog.
Man, that sucks. That's the worst thing that came out of that whole double murder there. He couldn't be a big frog for a made-for-TV movie. I'm just getting into the mind of a young Henry Zebrowski.
Of course, he was a famous
I wish
spokesman.
you would have been interviewed on the news. What's the worst thing about the scandal, Mr. Zebrowski?
He ain't never gonna be a frog again.
Oh, pan away, cut. Pan away from the dumb Queens boy.
And of course, he was a spokesman for Hertz Rent-A-Car, among many other
Yes.
things. Yeah.
For when you need to really get away from it all.
Yeah. Murdered your wife and a waiter.
So in 1977, he met his wife and future murder victim, Nicole Brown.
That's so sad when that's also got to be the second tag for your life. It's just like future wife, future murder victim.
He was married to his first wife, Marguerite, who, if you've seen pictures of Marguerite,
Beautiful.
stunning woman.
Yeah, slamming.
Absolutely stunning woman. And he also had 2 children with Marguerite. We'll get to his son that he had with Marguerite much later. And Brown and Simpson were married in 1985. The marriage was 7 years. And in 1989, after years of spousal abuse.
And this was completely grazed over. This spousal abuse, he was like, troubled marriage. Things weren't so beautiful in the OJ house. He was, first of all, a world-class athlete.
Yeah.
And she was just a model. And
he was a massive star. He was, not only was he a Hall of Famer, but he was also a movie star.
Yeah.
And so imagine that now with the 24-hour news cycle of this would not have lasted 30 seconds.
But we do have Chris Brown and Rihanna.
Yeah.
And
which is a shame. The whole thing is bullshit. Like, you cannot. As long as you're famous, you can't be put in jail.
Yeah,
as we'll see.
Cops came to OJ's house 8 times in the total of their marriage and never arrested him once, which makes some of the
they just
charges,
went for autographs.
Yeah.
They were bringing memorabilia for him to sign.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they were we get to go to OJ's house again? Oh, I love it when he beats his wife on
great.
Fridays.
Make sure to bring the Band-Aids and also some Sharpies because I got these jerseys I want him to sign.
And they filed for divorce in 1992, 2 years before the murder, citing irreconcilable differences.
Yeah, made me a human punching bag.
Oh, okay, Miss Brown. That's fine.
So 2 years later, Nicole Brown is living the single life, raising both of the kids.
Yeah.
OJ, during this time, he keeps harassing her. His Nicole's sister said that OJ many times was stalking her. She said that she
Can you
would
imagine
turn
how
around.
frightening that would be?
Jesus Christ.
But also how charming he is, though, at the same time.
I mean, it would be great if he stalked her as the Frogman. Is that a big frog in the bushes over there?
I'm just looking for some flies.
Hey, Nicole, do you have a big frog fella that watches you all the time?
No, that's my husband, movie star and Hall of Famer football player O.J. Simpson.
You're that, Nicole Brown. I'm going to get my stuff. I'm just going to get out the back door. I'm going to go. All right, goodbye.
I'm so excited to see him play a frog.
Well, one man who decided to throw caution to the wind with this particularly abusive and violent man skulking around was waiter Ron Goldman.
Oh, yeah, and used just the wrong profession. If he was military, former Green Beret Ron Goldman, then it would have been fine.
Well, he was a waiter at Mezzaluna Trattoria.
Oh, and all the videos I watched of Ron Goldman, too, they kept going back to them, and it's just him with, slick back hair and fucking Coke rocks in his nose, with some sort of, turquoise striped shirt, doing, some dance to, In Excess, covered in sweat.
He probably got a SAG card from working. It's like working at Heckle or Jekyll and Hyde's here in New York City. But let's not victim blame. But there is no way this actor / waiter / possible homosexual was going to be able to beat OJ.
No, absolutely.
There's no way.
A,
I mean,
a rage-fueled O.J. Simpson?
I would never want to see that.
Yeah. So Nicole and her mother had gone and eaten dinner at Mezzaluna that night, and her mother had left her glasses behind. And after an extensive search, they found the glasses in the gutter. And Ron said, all right, I'm going to take the glasses back to Nicole. And some people say that was evidence that they were in a relationship, although Ron Goldman said they were just friends.
Yeah, of course, because what else are you going to say? No, absolutely. Yeah, I'm just friends with the woman who has the psychopath former Hall of Famer, nearly invincible movie star O.J. Simpson, who's also got a bit of a rage problem.
Yeah, just pals, huh?
We're big time friends.
So he goes over to her house, and at 12:10 a.m. on June 13th, 1994, Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman's mutilated bodies.
The crime scene photos are horrific.
We actually, for our live last podcast show, we did a little censorship and did not show, but feel free to Google the crime scene photos, and you will see.
They are
what
brutal.
a professional athlete can do with a knife.
Or, I mean, honestly, because it's pretty similar to, honestly, the Vampire Sacramento case and stuff like that, where it's it is some of the most brutal crimes, or Ted Bundy, when he was doing the sorority house murders of just
with a log,
someone who has gone fucking berserk.
Yeah.
Went all over them.
It's the opposite of the Black Dahlia case. There is nothing scientific or medical about it. It is just,
Well, there's certain people they say was, obviously he knew that you had to slit the throat and if you wanted them to be silent because they were also in the middle of an apartment complex. We'll get into these details.
Yeah. So Nicole was stabbed 27 times in the head and neck, had defensive wounds on her hands. Of course, the wound through her neck was so huge that you could see her larynx.
Isn't it weird? I don't know if anybody else feels this way, but does anybody else feel more like I shiver more at the defensive wounds?
Yeah.
Like the idea of getting my hands stabbed to me. I don't know why that. I was like, because I don't care about my head, but my hands, I'm like, oh, it just
because they were also doing a breakdown. I was watching some doc about, we were talking about this, because Ron Goldman, what was unknown about him is that he had a black belt in karate.
And he did relatively well.
And they were doing a breakdown of what the fight must have looked like between OJ and Ron Goldman. And it was pretty fucking brutal, because that's basically this karate expert, which is always funny because they bring in a karate expert and they're always like 290 pounds.
Right.
Like in a tiny gi, you know? And he like comes in and he's just like, so you got the intruder, and he's whacking at him. And Ron Goldman's going, and he's whacking at him, and it was brutal.
And Ron Goldman's like, no, you're supposed to hit me on my shoulder and I'm supposed to grab your wrist. Don't you know how to play karate, OJ?
So they say that OJ drove to Nicole's house for, of course, an unknown reason. We don't know why he went there.
I think
the glasses.
we know why. No,
yeah, they went there to have sex with each other. Yes.
Oh,
because they also found
why OJ went to the house.
Because he had a hunt on. He was hungry for revenge.
For some reason that night, so Nicole, she puts the two children to bed, and this is a detail that nobody talks about.
Yeah.
There were two children in that house.
The children
at the time
OJ
of the
ended
murder.
up getting custody of.
Yeah.
God help us.
Which is insane.
And I will say kudos to the news media for backing off on that. And backing off of it to this day. Backing off of OJ's children, not involving them at all.
No, because you're never heard of it. Thank God.
Yeah.
But it's also, what are they going to do? Maybe they just weren't allowed. Maybe they were afraid of OJ Simpson.
Yeah, he's on the loose.
So she put the two children to bed. She either heard a knock at the door or she heard a noise outside, went out to go check. And of course, before she was even able to scream, OJ grabbed her, attacked her with a knife. And then at that same time, Ron Goldman arrived at the front gate. And this is all happening in front of the house. This didn't happen inside. This happened out in front of the house. Ron Goldman comes through the gate, sees the murder, and OJ, of course, he's still in rage mode, knows that there's a witness. He immediately goes after him. The fight ensues, and he stabbed in the neck and chest.
Or he knew that they were lovers.
Yeah, or he knew that they were lovers, yeah. Stabbed him in the neck and chest. He restrained him with an arm chokehold, finished the job. And then, after he killed Goldman, he went back over to Nicole, grabbed her she was laying on the ground. He grabbed her by the back of her head.
She was still
by her
alive
hair.
here?
Yeah. He grabbed her by the back of her head, pulled her head up, put his foot in her back, and slit her throat.
Well, that's also where they say that there may have been evidence of it being a professional killer, where it's like someone who knew that you had to complete the job. At this point, you'd imagine, because in a rage killing, I can imagine him flipping out and stabbing somebody a whole bunch of times.
Yeah.
But then you see it again and you watch her. It's either like, does he feel mercy? And is he trying to end it? Or
I don't know
is he trying to finish it? Yeah.
I think trying to finish it.
Yeah, I think it's further rage. That's calm rage.
Yeah.
Where she sees the man that she's possibly fucking, this strange man coming into her house. Maybe he knew that he existed, maybe he didn't. Yeah. But of course, after he kills this guy, it becomes, I'll fucking show you time.
Absolutely. And then the idea, but then this is where more of the conspiracy theories come in, of being like, they said that OJ hid behind a bunch of bushes and surprised her jumping out behind these bushes. But in this doc they walked through the whole apartment building like that, and the whole area where they were murdered directly on the steps in front of the apartment. And they're like, there's a brick wall here. They're like, he wasn't hiding. So it was either he just overpowered and grabbed her, but it was literally an apartment complex.
Yeah.
It's like, how did you not hear the screams? They said it was an epic struggle. The struggle between him and Ron Goldman was huge. It was all over that hallway. There's
I feel
so
like
many
if
mistakes
you're in the
that were
middle of
made.
a fight, though, screaming isn't really necessarily a response that your body would even do.
I start screaming just if I'm alone in the apartment. You know what I mean?
But OJ isn't coming after you to kill you. If OJ comes after you to kill you, your mouth is going to go agape, and then nothing's going to come out, and then by that time, you're in a huge fight. And,
I don't know. When I was attacked in the street, I screamed. I was like, I'm getting mugged! I'm getting mugged!
I mean...
Which is,
this is why
bring help.
You're a fun person to mug. That's the thing.
No, I just feel like, OJ Simpson's killing me! He's got OJ Simpson, Hall of Famer!
Oh, shit.
Naked Gun is killing me.
Nordberg, no!
Maybe that's what sent him over the edge.
Yeah.
Not Nordberg.
Yeah, you know, Naked Gun 33 1/3 came out this same year. It came out in 1994.
It had to come out before, right?
Yeah.
They edited it. That would be really shitty for the studios to have
What's
to
so
deal
fucked
with.
up is that you know that those producers are really like, whew.
Thank God it did it in July.
Well, if we spin this right, it could actually help sales, I guess.
This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is an all-in-one website platform that helps you stand out online. Yes, that's right. You don't have to smash your face with a hammer. You can just start a business. It's got everything you need on Squarespace, from securing your domain to building a professional site and showcasing your work all in one place. Let's say you want to show everybody how you can carve your ribs out of your lower abdomen so that you look more like a Ken doll. That's amazing. You can bring your vision to life with AI-powered design or curated templates, plus flexible editing tools that helps you create something that truly reflects your style, especially if you are somebody that is trying to corrupt the young men of America. That's what Squarespace is really going to help you. Squarespace makes it easy. It makes it easy for you to put all that together, and you just go to Squarespace and do it all. Thanks, Braden. Head to squarespace.com/left for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code LEFT to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Hey there, everybody. Is your cell phone bill too much money? Are you getting that bill and you're like, hey, what is this? I can't believe for what? For 5G? Are you crazy right now? $100? I don't even barely got any bars when I'm just sitting in my living room. Okay? You don't have to deal with that anymore. Are you ready for this? $15 a month. That's right. $15 a month on Mint Mobile. Yeah, baby. Get their wireless plan. Because they're just sitting there on the T-Mobile 5G network, and it's just $15. Your whole life, you're just paying all this money every month. You're like, why? Where's it going? It's going to these phone companies that are robbing you. So go to Mint Mobile. Let them help you talk to your mom. So get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month. Go to mintmobile.com/LPOTL. That's mintmobile.com/LPOTL. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/LPOTL. That's it. There's no catch. Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, $180 for 12 months. Plan required, $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when the network is busy. Includes up to 20 gigabytes hotspot. Capable device required. Availability, speed, and coverage varies. See mintmobile.com. All right, I know what you're thinking. I like to go banking, but I don't want to give to these big old banks all the time that cater to the 1%. Well, go ahead and get yourself hooked up with Chime. It's banking built for you, not just those rich jerks. And they got thousands of fee-free ATMs because why pay to get your own money? Chime is working for you, man. You get your Chime card, you're going to get travel perks, you're going to get into airport lounges, you're going to get those chicken thighs. You know, every time I go to an airport lounge, I get chicken thighs. And you know what I say whenever I see a plate of chicken thighs? Give me more. Chime's going to get you those chicken thighs in these lounges, all right? Sure, they could serve other types of meat, but why would you when chicken thighs are so delicious? Chime is not just smarter banking, it's the most rewarding way to bank. Join the millions who are already banking fee-free today. Head to chime.com/left. That's chime.com/left. It only takes a few minutes to sign up. Chime is a fintech, not a bank. Banking services for Chime Card provided by Chime's bank partners. Optional products and services may have fees or charges. Stated cashback for Chime Prime only. No minimum balance required. Checking account ranking based on JD Power Survey published October 20th, 2025. For more information on travel perks, go to chime.com/disclosures.
So 4 days go by before the LAPD decides that O.J. Simpson is their man.
Oh, and during this time, are we going to get into that the way the LAPD just completely messed up the crime scene?
Oh yeah, but they say they found blood in his Bronco. He skipped town. He went to Chicago for some reason.
They were walking on the blood like they were skating on
the
it.
whole thing was
I mean,
fucked.
it was nuts.
Yeah, we'll get to all that when we get to the trial. So lawyers, O.J. Simpson's lawyer, Robert Kardashian, who you may know as the father of Kim Kardashian, Khloe Kardashian.
What a great history that whole family has.
Why was this man? If I could go back in time and kill one person, I'm leaving Hitler alone.
Yeah, if
and
Robert
I'm going after Kardashian.
Yeah, Robert Kardashian was the patriarch of the Kardashian family of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and it said that Kardashian
did he have a bodacious butt as well?
I'm sure he had to have.
Yeah, he had to. So it said that Robert Kardashian actually went to O.J.'s house and disposed of the murder weapon, disposed of O.J.'s bloody clothes.
That's a good lawyer.
That's a real good lawyer.
Bad person.
I want one of those lawyers, though.
Yes.
And so O.J., the night of the murders, he went to Chicago for a Hertz convention, which I bet he was not on his game.
No. Does O.J. look like he is full of blind rage right now? Or?
Yeah, every time he sees a blonde woman, they're like the guy, O.J., this is Judy. Oh my God, I killed her!
No, she just wants to talk about sales.
Hatchbacks.
So O.J., the lawyers convince him to come in. O.J.'s supposed to show up. There are 1,000 reporters there waiting for him. And O.J. doesn't show up. What he does do is he sends Robert Kardashian a long suicide note. Robert reads it to the press.
O.J.'s sad.
Yeah. He reads it to the press and he says, please come in. And they put out an APB for the white Bronco around 6:30 p.m. A motorist, they see Simpson in the white Bronco, driven by good old AC.
AC Cowlings.
Yep, AC Cowlings. And so, of course, they put a police car on him. The police car comes up to the side of the Bronco, and Al yells out. They're going about 35 miles an hour.
Yeah, the
Al
epic fucking speed chase of 35 miles an hour. We'll talk about this.
Al yells out, OJ's back here. He's got a gun to his head. Fucking back off. The cop backs off, and 20 police cars follow him. And what follows is a
disruption in the NBA Finals when the New York Knicks were playing the fucking Houston Rockets. It was the first time the Knicks had been in playoffs in the finals since the 70s.
The Knicks lost, though, right?
They actually won that game, but then they lost in Game 7. But that is fine.
Yeah, they interrupted them. Of course, the Stanley Cup was going on that big day in sports history.
Big day.
Actually, Jack Nicklaus's last golf game, but it was all overshadowed by a 2-hour police quote unquote chase. There were 20 news helicopters following this.
Al Cowlings used his blinker. It is not a chase if you signal that you're getting off a ramp.
Yeah, they drove down the 405, which, man, how did they get through that?
Yeah, I mean,
fucking rush hour traffic.
Come on, guys. Come on.
405. God, it's no 101, but it's still pretty bad.
John Starks is over there shooting the ball, passing it into Ewing. I'm missing all of this.
Yeah, OJ's going through the In-N-Out drive-thru and just being
Literally.
like, animal style, animal style.
Yeah,
He's got a gun to his head. We better. All right, he wants to go through the car wash. I understand. Of course, absolutely. That Bronco
Naturally.
is filthy with blonde woman blood.
Boy, that's why I don't buy a white car, So OJ, Domino's Pizza, so they had record sales of pizza delivery during the entire chase.
Which is just such a funny. They've been keeping those stats as well.
Oh yeah, there had to be a pizza delivery driver who had a white Bronco. I just had, honey, did you call Domino's or is OJ here?
Well, how'd he get down here to Biloxi?
Holy shit! Look at that. It's OJ Simpson. He's delivering pizzas.
No, I'm just another black man, sir. I'm not O.J. Simpson, sir. Put the gun away, sir.
My aunt lives in L.A. and she saw the chase at the time. She was stuck in traffic and she was wondering what the fuck was going on. And she said that she saw this white Bronco drive by and 20 police cars.
That's so much fun.
35 miles an hour on a highway. They were going 20 miles under the speed limit.
Yeah.
I mean, this was the worst chase in U.S.
It's really hard to
history.
drive when you're trying to keep a gun to your head and change the radio station because you're sick of listening to ASAP
bass song.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, put it on K-Rock. I love K-Rock.
Yeah, K-Rock is what you commit suicide to. That's for sure.
So they get back to OJ's house. He stays in there for 45 minutes. Then he goes inside to call his mother and have a glass of orange juice.
Ooh, that's funny. Got to get pumped up, buddy.
Yeah.
So
Not
this-
apple juice.
What's worse, BTK eating cereal after the Otero murders, or OJ having a glass of orange juice?
OJ having a glass of himself.
Yeah, I think so too.
So they surrendered the Bronco.
You could see the scene too of him just being like, pulpy sweet orange juice. Remember when times was simple, old OJ? Ah, yeah, I don't remember. Sweet to the taste.
I killed
Vitamin C
everything.
for your
Yeah.
bones and your immune system.
He does kill everything he loves.
Delicious orange juice.
And Marcus is truly.
kill myself. You come anywhere close.
Marcus is slamming down some OJ right now.
Yeah.
Pulp free, by the way. Mm-hmm. You do think I definitely would have to say OJ's a pulp guy.
Yeah, of
he's
course,
a
yeah.
pulp guy.
Because you could tell by the way he fucking brutally slaughtered his wife and her boyfriend.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Inside the Bronco, they found $8,000 in cash, a change of clothes, a loaded .357 Magnum, a passport, family pictures, and a fake goatee and mustache.
Yes, my question.
The disguise is phenomenal.
Yes, because first of all,
He's gonna
you're
get through
OJ Simpson.
Yeah. You're 6'3", OJ Simpson. You're just gonna, but I've got a fake nose to make me look like the Rocky Rococo's guy.
It could possibly be OJ Simpson. My name is Gunther Witterband, and
I know-
I'm from Germany.
I know OJ's a very good actor, so I'm very conflicted right now.
His other name was the theatrical chameleon, OJ the Chameleon Simpson.
So the trial, if for anyone who wasn't alive during the time,
So he doesn't commit suicide.
he doesn't commit suicide.
He literally
gets-
pulls into his house.
He pulls into his house. He surrenders peacefully.
Yeah, because his son came out and was just like,
Yeah.
"Daddy,
Come on."
Daddy, please." I don't know. That's my James Simpson impersonation.
What is that? Is he a paraplegic Brit?
Daddy, why you got to be doing this?
Now he sounds like a soccer player in Mexico. All right.
For anyone who wasn't alive during that time, you have no idea how big this fucking trial was.
Oh,
There was
trial
a-
of the century.
Trial
This
of
is
the
really not an
century.
exaggeration.
Yeah, in the Los Angeles Times, the case was the front page story for 300 days. And there were the big three networks. They gave more nightly news broadcasts than both the Bosnian War and the Oklahoma City bombing combined.
This is
Unbelievable.
all they ever wanted to happen.
It's the beginning of the end for real news.
Yeah, because they were like, look at these fucking they made fun of an Anchorman too.
Yeah.
We're just being like, look at these ratings, guys. All we got to do is get more celebrities to kill themselves. We should
Yeah.
dump more fluoride into the fucking water systems of L.A.
You're bringing fluoride into
I'm
this?
just saying.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
One analyst, they estimated $40 billion in lost productivity due to this case. Of course.
Oh yeah, and because the people that were glued to this case were all people working construction jobs and like.
And this is my other question too: is that how much fucking, how many billions of dollars in production were lost in the calculation of how many billions of
Right.
dollars were lost in the productivity of the? That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It had to have taken a while. And of course, The Tonight Show with Jay Leno loved the case. with
Dancing Edos.
The infamous Dancing Edos, in which Jay Leno brought out a troupe of men dressed as presiding judge Lance Ito to do dance numbers.
Mr. Ito loved it because Judge Ito was talk about Kardashian being a publicity whore as a lawyer and as
the
his
old word.
offspring.
This whole
Ito
thing-
was. I mean, yeah. This might as well have been on a soundstage in L.A.
No, it was a parade.
It was for all intents and purposes.
It was a parade of idiots.
Yes.
The whole thing was a parade of power hungry, attention hungry, the fucking morons that were all so happy that this happened.
I just want to say this too. That is, to me, that's offensive.
Yes.
Dancing
Yeah.
Edos. I mean, we're talking about it, and obviously we're making like we know this is a terrible case.
Yeah.
And we got into the gruesome details because we have to show people, how brutal it was. Dancing Edos.
Yeah.
Literally dancing around
And
murders
this is like-
of two people.
At least this is a fucking TVMA podcast that's celebrating all the darkest shit that we find. Where it's like that's Jay Leno.
That's
Jay
before
Leno.
bedtime. Put on the Dancing Edos, honey. I love that.
Yeah, this is it's absurd, and it shows. It was the beginning of what you said, the beginning of the end of real journalism, where it's like now because things are so obsessed with celebrity. Now it's like when you have Lindsay Lohan pussy farts.
Right.
She's in the fucking Huffington Post. us. Like she's in these like big named newspapers because we're all so fucking obsessed with celebrities that we love and we want to cover every single fucking minutia of what they do.
I do love those pussy fart stories. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, they're great.
Yeah, the prosecution, the lawyers there were Christopher Darden and Marcia Clark, two incompetent fucking idiots.
Unbelievably stupid people.
I cannot believe how much the defense ran circles around them. The defense was Robert Kardashian, F. Lee Bailey, who when I was a kid loved calling Flea.
Flea Bailey.
Flea Bailey. He's I just loved saying that. I annoyed the shit out of people with that. And of course, the star of the fucking trial, Mr. If the glove does not fit, you must acquit, Johnny Cochran.
And you get the feeling that Darden and Clark were just like, Cochran's using rhyme. He didn't tell us he was going to use rhymes. There's no way we can compete with this defense.
Now, what was the evidence here was, so there was a left glove left behind covered in blood outside of the Nicole Brown sister's house, right?
There was the left glove covered in blood.
This was sort of the night of people leaving their glasses and gloves places.
I know, it's just that's what happens and everyone's being a stumbly bumbly.
I guess so.
Yep, they found the left glove in one of the left gloves in the yard, and the other left glove, or in the right glove in OJ's home,
outside of OJ's house,
in
right?
the backyard, as the sun rose, they were able to see.
Yes, they found
which leads to a lot of speculation.
Yeah, also, there was blood on the Bronco, right, which was possibly linked to a cut on OJ's hand. They said may have been a defensive wound for a knife. There was blood on the handle of the Bronco.
By the way, a very tiny cut.
Yes.
Very small.
OJ got off he won.
Yeah,
absolutely.
He definitely won. And of course, another thing that they introduced was the years and years of abuse suffered by Nicole Brown Simpson.
Absolutely. And then the two blood-soaked socks that were left on the floor of OJ's bedroom, which just seemed like, all of which seems like, okay, you're in a hurry to get to Chicago because you just murdered your wife and her lover. Right. Better take these blood-drenched socks off that I have, because they're soaked with their blood, and then you just leave them. I think this is a part of the reason why Nicole Brown Simpson and him broke up.
Messy.
He's just leaving his socks and his gloves everywhere.
And then OJ freaked out because it's my house. I'll leave my socks where I want to leave them. You're so upset about it, you pick them up.
And then that very habit almost put him in jail, but not quite.
Not quite. Well, of course, they played. There's this famous 911 call, and I don't know if we want to play it, but if you truly want to hear a woman gripped with fear, listen to this 911 call.
Play like 5 seconds of it, and then you'll get the idea. And then if you want to go further with it. It is shocking.
Yeah.
911 emergency.
Can you get someone over here now to 325 Gretna Green? He's back.
The Frogman's back?
Okay, what does he look like?
He's O.J. Simpson.
You mean Nordberg?
You know his record. Could you just send somebody over here?
Okay, what is he doing there?
He just drove up again.
He just drove up.
Over.
Okay, wait a minute. What kind of car is he in?
He's in a white Bronco, but first of all, he broke the back door down to get in.
Okay, wait a minute. What's your name?
Nicole Simpson.
Okay, is he the sportscaster or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Wait a minute. We're sending the police. What is he doing? Is he threatening you?
I'm going nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, that's how famous he is. The 911 operator, all professionalism out the window. Oh, the sportscaster. The famous sportscaster. Oh, yeah, I know him.
That is just a fucking LA problem, though. Everybody would love to arrest a celebrity because then you get a fucking fun little moment that you can put on your live journal.
Right. So all this is playing during the court, but are we going to get into how Cochran and Bailey, they were able to turn it on the LAPD?
Well, there's a bunch of shit because, famously, the guy that was in charge of the investigation, Mark Furman, was not a good man.
Well, branded a bit of a racist.
Well, it's easy to be branded a racist when you have logs and logs and logs of you saying the N-word 41 times, and then also just saying the stuff it was every the first 5 or 7 sentences out of an N-word's mouth is always a fucking lie, and saying all of this crazy shit.
Yeah, and of course,
just you should have been watching the microphones, bro.
Got to. Yeah.
But that tape was from a 1986 interview that she did with a screenwriter who interviewed Furman for a screenplay she was developing on police officers.
So, and that was his defense, was he was playing a character, but
Yeah.
I don't think that he was.
What? He's a cop. He's not an actor.
No,
We get away
it's
with
L.A. Everyone's an actor in L.A.
But we get away with saying horrible things in character because we are true performers of the screen and stage.
well, we're not racist.
no,
That helps.
that also helps.
Yes, and we also don't have the power to imprison human beings.
That's the thing.
falsely.
Yeah,
And of
absolutely
course, the
not.
LAPD, they had the Rodney King beatings.
Yeah, this time was the racial tensions in America
unbelievable.
were palpable. This was only 2 years after the LA riots,
Right.
Which
and that was not. That wasn't so much calmed down and peacefully settled as it was like stuffed underneath the rug, bubbling
Yes.
over.
Oh no,
constantly.
that whole place was a fucking powder keg for
Yeah.
a long time, and this was the perfect example of like, because then you have two sides of an argument of just being like, they are trying to, because the way the prosecution can say it was basically what they said, they're trying to frame a prominent black man of a crime, of the most heinous crime, which is as we know, the killing of a white woman is
Right.
like the most punishable crime,
Sure.
and so it's like they're trying to frame him for it,
Right.
But the problem is he had this fucking history of true violence,
And the LAPD planted weapons and drugs constantly on poor black people.
Yeah.
I mean, the false imprisonment rates were through the roof. It was really
No, it's a horrible
just-
town.
The saddest thing about it is black people needed some vindication, and
Yes.
it was just unfortunate that OJ was the face of it because he's guilty.
Yeah. And-
Like, he murdered the person.
And
you
Johnny
know?
Cochran knew exactly what he was doing. The jury was 10 black women, 2 Latino men, and I think 1 white guy.
And then how did they really? So they threw it apart a couple different ways, right? Was it true with the evidence they said about OJ's socks? What they said now is that apparently,
Yeah.
So a part of what we said is like the DNA testing and all of the crime scene handling that happened during the OJ Simpson case was fucked.
Well,
Like,
it wasn't so much fucked as it wasn't. People didn't believe in DNA testing yet. This was
Yes.
the first trial where they really used it as a critical cornerstone of a case, and people are like, "I don't see it. I don't see any DNA. What are you talking about?"
The jurors, like, they were all very uneducated people.
hey, what's DNA? What's DNA? It's just a bunch of letters to me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and they
no,
just,
no DNA.
They just said that they just couldn't understand it.
Right.
If there was no CSI, you know, like
Right.
maybe if you had like a college degree in which you took some sort of biology class, you might have some understanding of what DNA is.
Yeah.
But in 1994, people had no fucking clue, and the prosecution decided to make that the cornerstone of their case, which was a big mistake.
Was
because-
experimental science technically at the time,
Yeah.
and it all fell through, especially because they didn't handle the scene correctly.
Yeah.
And people are, corners walking through blood. People were saying like
There's
they
one
showed
story.
up.
There's one story where this huge piece of blood. It was a bloody thumbprint on a door handle. They didn't take it off the door handle. The next morning, a guy came and replaced the knob.
Oh yeah,
And then
it
he was like, "I'm
36
sorry. I
hours-
thought you guys had already checked." Taken the sample, and they're like, "Oh no!"
36 hours after the thing, because of LA neighborhood ordinances, the whole thing was hosed down. So it's 36 hours
ridiculous.
after the murder happened, the whole thing was fucking steam cleaned.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they just brought out an elderly Italian guy in a robe, and he just like cleaned the sidewalk like he does every Thursday.
Yeah, and there was a woman who took a blood sample, and she left the blood sample in her lab coat for 3 days.
So stupid.
Without turning in. She was a trainee, by the way. They put trainees
Right.
on this crime scene.
And then where some of the conspiracy theories come in is that they were apparently, when they were finally going through all of this DNA evidence, is that one thing they said is that when they checked the blood that was soaked in the socks of like O.J. Simpson's socks, is that they were filled with this chemical that normally that you would put in after the fact of collecting blood. And what it does is it makes sure that blood does not coagulate. And what they found it was in this blood, it was present in the blood that was on these socks. So so the scientists basically said was like, it can't show up naturally in the blood. Maybe it could show up naturally in the detergent of the socks,
Right.
but we have no way to really show that. But it's like, if it doesn't occur naturally in the blood, then this has obviously been handled blood and these socks have been treated.
So even if the LAPD would have handled this crime scene, Columbo perfect.
Yeah.
If they would have just
There was corruption going on as well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they were covering up their own mistakes. They
Yes.
weren't. I mean, that was the problem.
yeah, and they fucked up with the glove too, because the glove was, it was OJ's glove,
Yeah.
but the glove was soaked in blood, and then the LAPD froze the glove, which caused it to shrink. And also, Johnny Cochran's other tactic in that was he had OJ go off of his arthritis medication for a couple days, which caused his hands to swell.
Yeah.
And then, of course, let's not forget the rhyme. So Cochran worked backwards. He's like, I got this great rhyme about a glove and a quit. So I just got to find a way to get there.
I just got to get that glove around there.
Let's get that glove on there.
And of course, the verdict comes in. Domino's Pizza, they said that between the hours of 1 o'clock...
Jay Leno and Domino's Pizza are two of the biggest shitty motherfucking things on the face of the planet.
And they got so much mileage out of this.
So much.
They said that in the 15 minutes before the verdict, there were record pizza sales once again, but from 1 o'clock to 1:05 p.m., not a single pizza in America was ordered.
I want to find out how many pizzas were ordered during 9/11.
Yeah, that's the same. I bet there has to be that number somewhere.
And he is found, of course, as you all know, he was found not guilty. People were afraid of course, they were afraid of riots if you were to be found guilty.
I remember they closed down our middle school because they were afraid of race riots.
Yeah, and in my middle school, they gathered us into the home ec room to watch it live.
Oh yeah, we watched it live. Yeah,
everyone, the entire country shut down completely.
They brought in. Oh my god, this is really going to age us, huh? They brought in a huge TV.
I remember
massive wheelie thing.
Do you remember those TVs that you flap open the front and has the 3 colored lights on the front of it?
Yeah. It was such a piece of shit.
Yeah, we're old.
But we watched it, man. Yeah.
So a couple years later, OJ goes free in 1997. The family of Ron Goldman, they bring a civil trial against him, trying to sue for wrongful death. They win. And they were awarded $33.5 million in compensation. And OJ had to sell everything. He sold his Heisman Trophy. He sold all of his memorabilia. He went
out there to get that memorabilia back.
Oh yeah, we find that out. But then it was like the whole thing hinged on those Bruno Muglies. What was they called? The shoes?
Bruno Magli.
Yeah, the Bruno Muglies that he was fucking wearing, that they were like only one of 300 made in the United States.
299, sir.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's just so funny where it just shows everybody, if you want to get away with a murder, wear pretty generic shoes.
Right. And the thing is, I guess we haven't even mentioned, there is so much to this story. We didn't mention Cato yet as well.
Yeah, we didn't mention Cato.
Cato basically was...
Cato was technically his alibi, which is just like, of all of this whole story is just filled with these LA
actor
piece of
losers.
shit morons, where it's just like Cato Kalin could not have been the worst man that could have been the dude to provide your alibi. It's just being like, this is my buddy fucking Doobie James. He fucking rolls doobies professionally, and he's just like, there's no way OJ could have done it because he was at my house and we were playing Twister.
Yeah. Cato Kalin was a fucking bit part surfer dude who lived in OJ's pool house
for free.
And
so OJ also that was one of OJ's defense. He's like, I always helped out Cato Kalin. I let him live there for free. Yeah. I don't know why he turned his back on me. And then Cato got a job, I believe, working for Entertainment Tonight, which just shows you how disgusting this whole fucking trial was.
Thing is.
And then he was in The Surreal Life later on.
And what are you famous for? You're famous for being close to a double murder.
Yeah, that's all you're being famous. Yeah. It's so, this whole thing is of all the crimes we've covered, and all the things we've done, it's so fucking dirty.
Yeah.
It's dirty and filthy. It's just full of everybody getting their fucking, because they all want a piece of the pie. This is all about attention.
And the pie is fame. They all want that fame.
Yeah.
Even a dumb, frumpy Asian judge succumbed to the idea of being a Hollywood superstar.
Yeah. Yes. And if you want to talk about dirty, If I Did It, November 1996, O.J. Simpson wrote a book called If I Did It.
If anyone can find a link,
hypothetical.
There is a thing. There is supposed to be a download of it somewhere.
Well, no, it was published.
Is it published?
Ron Goldman's father published it.
Yeah, and he changed the name to If I Did It, Confessions of the Killer. And on the cover, he puts if really small.
Yeah.
Like, if I did it, Confessions of a Murderer.
Ron Goldman's father is no better than anybody else.
Almost.
I mean, I would never publish a book described if a killer kills my son. I'm not letting that killer write a book and describe it to the masses.
But I'm certain that money went to victim associations and stuff like that. Like there must have been something.
I mean, how many people are reading books?
Oh, people! I read
300 grand.
I read books.
Did you read this one?
No,
I did not.
Thank you. Proving my point. Even
the
people who read
ghostwriter.
books.
I don't like sports books. All right.
Yeah, would this be categorized as sports?
Well, you said this even in you were talking about how the ghostwriter of If I Did It was being like, I have no doubt
Yeah.
O.J. Simpson murdered this
Yeah.
woman.
And
What was the thing is being like, well, if I did murder, wouldn't that just show that, like, I loved her a whole lot, right?
Oh, a ton. That was in the Esquire interview. Yeah, in an interview with Esquire in 98, he said, let's say I committed this crime. Even if I did this, it would have to have been because I loved her very much, right? That was a direct quote. Direct fucking quote.
It's like when you love pizza, you got to cut it into slices. So.
Because sometimes, like, of a pizza, like, I love pepperoni pizza.
I do
if I
too,
see
yeah.
pepperoni pizza, like, in the hands of some fucking 25-year-old fucking slick back hair piece of shit fucking waiter, what am I gonna fucking? I'm not gonna fly off the fucking handle. I'm not gonna go and cut up some pizza.
So
and eat
make sure to
fucking
go
9
out there
slices
and
of it.
make sure to go out there and buy O.J. Simpson's new book. If I did it, thank you so much for being here.
If I did it, everyone should be so fucking lucky
Charlie
that
Rose.
I won't maybe not do it again.
Oh, right.
Call me a squirrel, because I'm covered in acorns. That's right. So many people are focused on where their money is today. And Acorns is the financial wellness app that cares about where your money is going tomorrow. Let Acorns work for you. You put acorns in the ground and you're gonna get trees tomorrow. That's right, investments. And with the Acorns potential screen, you could find out what your money is capable of. I always do that. I'm like, I want to invest in something that I like. Let's say cheeseburgers. Okay? That's kind of hard to do. Acorns will help you find a cheeseburger that is right for you. So sign up now, and Acorns will boost your new account with a $5 bonus investment. Wow! Join the over 14 million all-time customers who have already saved and invested over $27 billion with Acorns. Head to acorns.com/left or download the Acorns app to get started. Paid non-client endorsement. Compensation provides incentive to positively promote Acorns. Tier 2 compensation provided. Potential subject to various factors such as customers' accounts, age, and investment settings. Does not include Acorns fees. Results do not predict or represent the performance of any Acorns portfolio. Investment results will vary. Investing involves risk. Acorns Advisors, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. View important disclosures at acorns.com/left.
This is a paid ad by BetterHelp. You know, stigma shows up in a lot of different places. I know I had to explain to my handyman about the devil imagery in my home. I had to explain that in our home, El Diablo es bueno. And he reluctantly agreed. I think largely just because he was in my home and he was scared. But over time, he began to see, the devil can be my amigo. See, even in 2026, stigma can get in the way of a lot of things, right? My handyman almost didn't put up my floating media cabinet, right? You gotta get support for your mental health. Maybe you've encouraged friends to consider therapy while avoiding taking the first step yourself because you're busy, worried what others will think, or telling yourself you should handle it alone. No, you need a team. Get therapy with BetterHelp, the world's largest online therapy platform. Give me a space to slow down and talk through what's building before it feels unmanageable. So let's take a short questionnaire to identify your needs and preferences, and BetterHelp will handle the initial therapist matching work for you. Their industry-leading match rate means BetterHelp typically gets it right the first time. Feel confident knowing BetterHelp therapists work according to a strict code of ethics and are fully qualified. So don't let hesitation hold you back. Find support with BetterHelp. Sign up and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/lastpod. That's betterhelp.com/lastpod. It's obvious we love true crime, but it does make us feel a little paranoid about what's out there, as it should. And that's why it's so important to get a home security system that gives you peace of mind. With SimpliSafe, you can stop crimes before they even start using their AI-powered cameras to identify threats on your property and alert US-based live agents to take action. Like arriving in a helicopter in the night, coming down from the helicopter, zipping down and breaking through the windows with their big axes, and going through the house, ripping through the walls, finding the criminals. It's easy to do. SimpliSafe has been a game changer for us. And the best part, there's no long-term contract. We've used it since the very early days of Simply Safe here at LPN, and it keeps us safe, doesn't it? It keeps all of our thoughts inside the building. Then there's the ones we let out because they have to go out because that's a part of it. But Simply Safe keeps the other thoughts safe. And for that, we say thank you, Simply Safe. And we want you to experience the same peace of mind as we, which is why we've partnered with Simply Safe to offer an exclusive discount to all of our listeners. Right now, you can get 50% off your new system by visiting simplysafe.com/LPOTL. That's half off at simplysafe.com/LPOTL. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
And of course, 2005, we have one of the most bizarre releases in the history of media.
I will say, of all the things we've ever covered, this is by far the most inappropriate thing that has ever been made.
All right, so let's backtrack just a little. Okay, so in 92, he's off trial. So now everyone knows he's a murderer. So everywhere he goes, he has like a date.
Hey, murderer OJ.
Or, hey,
and he's
murderer,
just like,
all this
I'm
stuff.
a football player.
Yeah, and he's trying to rebrand himself this whole time. He's still attempting to work.
Yeah.
Which that's going to hurt your Hertz career.
Yeah.
But he just kind of hangs around Los Angeles, still golfs, goes out in public.
He's just being a public figure, probably getting paid to be places because they're
by really terrible people.
Yes.
And still a punchline at this point, because this whole time he's talking, I'm searching for the real murderers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Saying that they were hitmen or something.
No,
that.
this whole thing is again, it just shows like that's how far of a joke it went. Like, we're not the joke. Like, last podcast is not making a joke of this. No. America made a joke of this.
Yes.
That's how seriously they did not take these crimes.
Yeah, they really didn't.
Yeah.
They really didn't. So 05, OJ, and now he has custody of the kids as well. This whole time, his kids are living with him in the I believe in the same mansion.
To him because they listened to him murder their mother.
They had their ears on. They had their little headphones on.
I remember as a kid, I always slept with fucking earplugs in, so I wouldn't hear my father kill my mother.
Yeah. Well,
in the eventuality. So, man, let's let OJ tell you what he did in 2005.
This is one of his projects.
And this was produced by the same guy, I believe, who produced Bum Fights and other really classy productions.
Yes.
Get prepared to witness the most highly anticipated video of the year. Get used. You won't believe your eyes as you witness O.J. Simpson performing hilarious hidden camera jokes, outrageous pranks, and shocking stunts on unsuspecting people all across America. And you'll witness all the non-stop, uncensored madness caught on tape for the first time ever in this incredible video.
Where's the Bronco?
This insane footage is so controversial, we can't even show it to you on this commercial. Get juiced for only $19.95. But that's not all.
You've been juiced.
Call now during this special TV offer. You'll also get the amazing unauthorized bonus footage absolutely free, featuring the ultra sexy, completely out of control juiced rap video. You won't believe your eyes. Order now.
Juiced.
And I've seen that video, 30 times.
Yes, but you downloaded the video.
I downloaded Juiced itself. Unfortunately,
did you watch it?
The file was corrupted, but I got to see some of the outtakes.
It's just strippers.
It's just stripper, and I've got the music video that he made.
Do you want to? Can we hear some of his rap?
Yeah, let's hear some.
The
of
other
that.
thing, the Vice just a couple of days ago put out with a guy that was like the funny dude for Juiced, and he basically said like, OJ was just plied with liquor the entire time, showed up late, and he was like, all the producers didn't understand because they were like, it just seems like OJ's just in it for the money. Yeah, like, you fucking moron. He owes $33.5 million to the families of the people he fucking murdered.
Seems like the morality of the double murderer we got, isn't good.
Yeah, and so one of the pranks was him being a car salesman selling a white Bronco out on the street, and he autographed it, O.J. Simpson, over an accidental bullet hole that was found in the side of the thing.
Nothing but jokes. There's another one that is kind of funny. He's giving somebody a soda through a drive-through window. He takes a sip of the soda. They were not expecting that.
OJ. Yeah, they were saying like most of the pranks were just being like, oh shit, that's O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, like the laughter, usually it's like a hidden camera, like everyone's just like, oh, you got me. Yeah. This was a funny fake security thing here at the airport. But then with O.J., everyone's just like, oh yeah, I got it.
Oh, it's a murderer.
Yeah, there was one on the prank on the golf course where the accomplice, went out and was just stealing golf balls from all of the other golfers. And of course, the golfers got super pissed off at the guy. And OJ's supposed to go up and say, like, hey, you've been juiced. And he just walks up to him and goes, I'm OJ Simpson.
And but they were juiced. That's juicing them.
That's getting juiced.
Those guys,
luckily, they didn't get like extra pulp juiced because that's what they did to Nicole and Ron Goldman.
Extra pulp.
Yeah, here's some of that music video. And by the way, I can't post this on the page because it's just full of titties. Absolutely full of it. Yeah, so if you can get an invite to Cinemageddon and download the torrent, you can see this shit. But yeah, I can't post this. So
if
here's
you can
some.
Get an invite to Cinemageddon.
It's very difficult. You got to beg these assholes.
You have to be at least 35 pounds overweight and love cheese puffs.
Believe me, I have sent email after email to Cinemageddon. If you're listening, send me an invite.
I love you, Cinemageddon. My ratio is 1.5 to fucking. My ratio is 1.5. I got a good ratio. Don't kick me out.
All right, well, let's not get the nerd alert out.
All right, let's go.
Why do people wonder about my intentions? Why do people ask me so many questions about how I made it to the top? About all the times I made those deep defensive stops. Yo, coach, there's no stopping the juice. When I'm on the field, I'm like a lion going loose. Better shoot me with a tranquilizer gun. Don't be stupid. I'm not a Simpson named Bart.
Because he's a murderer.
I'm not a Simpson named Bart. All right, they get the idea.
Yeah,
he's a murderer.
Yeah, he's a double murderer.
Football player, actor, rapper, murderer. Mr. Simpson, what haven't you done?
I still haven't really haven't perfected my barbecue technique.
Oh my! Well, that's next for Mr. Simpson.
Yep. And of course, as we know, O.J. Simpson is in jail right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now this is kind of ironic because
This is just
kind
one
of
of the
scam.
most. It's just pathetic and fucked up and sad and like one of the most like of course like again the most like L.A. Las Vegas way to go to jail.
Yes.
Yeah, in Las Vegas in 2007, he broke into the hotel room with this guy Bruce Fromong.
All of these people are fucking losers and scam artists.
He
All
was a
these guys
sports
were FBI.
memorabilia dealer.
All the guys that OJ were with they were working for the government.
Really?
That's why they had the gun. OJ didn't actually have the gun.
No, they pimped him. They pimped him to put him in jail.
It wasn't very difficult because they're like, hey, OJ, they got your stuff. And he's like, oh, better go get it.
Yeah, well, better get it, guys. And it's like, yeah, my name is Jim. Jim, I've never seen you before. Why do you have that earpiece? My name is Jim.
Better go get my stuff then, I guess.
He was sentenced for kidnapping, weapons possession, assault,
They
a
threw the book
slew
at
of
him.
charges. He was sentenced to 33 years in prison.
And if you get a chance to go to YouTube, listen to the judge sentencing him. It's a woman. It's a white gal, blonde, as a matter of fact. And the first sentence is out of her mouth was, "Just want to let you know this is not retribution for the double murder," which is like definitely means that it was.
That is retribution.
Another interesting thing during OJ's time of freedom, I just remembered, he met a girl, another blonde gal who looked just like Nicole. This became his girlfriend, who of course reported being beaten on a regular basis. Yeah. He met her outside of Nicole's house, where he murdered Nicole. And then he's like, "Oh, you look just like Nicole." He would make her dress up like Nicole. It was really bizarre. So that's another little thing that he was doing before the.
Well, I can't wait till he's paroled.
33 years from now.
Well, no, he's eligible for parole in 3 years.
And the parole judge's first sentence will be like, "This is not retribution for your double murder."
Yeah.
Back in jail.
And right now, O.J. Simpson is under the protection of a man known only as Smoke.
Good.
Because he's afraid that other people in the prison, because it's the 20th anniversary of the murders, might kill him just to make a name for themselves.
And that would be, if you're going to kill somebody in prison, you kill the juice.
Yeah.
I just can't feel like it sounded like the Jews. It sounded like you just said you kill the Jews.
No, you kill the Jews. I didn't say kill the.
Of course not. But it sounded like we could use that as a great sound clip if we need to for the future to derail
What is wrong with you?
Political career.
Yeah, I think the whole podcast has ruined the political career.
So now we've heard it. We've heard what the man thinks that you should know.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna get into what really fucking happened. Who had their fingers in this fucking pie?
What's bigger than the government's quote unquote truth? The people's truth.
Yeah. And the people's truth say it was the Illuminati.
Illuminati did it.
That were working through the CIA to use MK Ultra mind control techniques to get OJ to fucking participate in this farce so they can ignite a race war in the United States, because the Illuminati, they're all about divide and conquer. They're all about taking...
This is my question.
Yeah.
If it did lead to a race war,
yes,
right, I would say you're right. But did it?
Well, it didn't.
Not quite.
It did not. However, it did.
So they failed.
Well, I mean, not really, but kind of.
It's a long game.
Yeah,
the long game.
It's very much a long game. That's it's another thing to divide the races of America. You have to divide
because they're not doing that by themselves.
No,
people don't tend to go to similar races and income.
It's the Illuminati pushing them along.
Right.
Fucking poking them in the back.
Oh, it's not real estate.
No, it's not the intense division between.
Who controls the real estate, Ben?
That's true. That's true.
Century 21.
Who controls Century 21?
I just feel like a fat white bald guy. Maybe
So
that's
the Illuminati. Yeah,
Okay,
that
I
is
see
the
your point
Illuminati.
now. I see.
So
that.
we talked about earlier, you mentioned the cut on his hand. Well, apparently the cut is a telltale sign of MK Ultra mind control techniques.
I
Because,
have never heard that even once.
Yeah.
well, that's why I'm here.
Okay, so
Now
how,
you have
what
heard
do
it
they do?
once. You've heard it once.
Well, what is part of their programming is it's kind of a fail-safe mechanism. If the programming that they have starts to fail, if they start to remember their program, like their actual programming techniques, their time in the programming program, then they're supposed to cut themselves on the finger or on the arm, which is a fail-safe mechanism, which puts them back into their MK Ultra state.
So what if you just like happen to be cutting some onions and then you slice your finger and you're like, no, I was fine.
No, well, then
Illuminati.
You just go back. The cut does not make you remember the memories. The cut makes the memories get burrowed deeper into your brain.
I don't want to be a negative Nelly, but I feel like there is some discrepancies in the information.
Well, there's a lot of connections here because did you know that O.J. Simpson's mother was a member of the Mendocino State Mental Institution during the particular time period that Arizona Wilder, who was programmed for her future Illuminati role from infancy to the age of 19 by the Auschwitz Angel of Death Joseph Mengele.
So when he was in America just living in Arizona?
When he was working for the MK Ultra program, I thought you were hip.
I know that I knew, but I thought he was doing it through the first version of Skype from Argentina.
Very interesting.
Yeah, she was there.
He was wearing just a big, colorful, like orange afro wig and like a mustache, going like, "Oh, hello, my name is Bonkers."
Bonkers. Nice to see you. Weird. So O.J. Simpson's the totally rational, insane O.J. Simpson's mother. She had a small mental disorder.
No, she worked there.
She worked there.
Oh, so she just worked there.
Yeah, she worked there with those people.
Mentally
the CIA's people. And speaking of the CIA, OJ
the CIA
actually
don't really hire very good people.
No.
bad at it.
Yeah.
No, because the problem is you can't, because that's where they got your fucking ass in a sling. Is that they hire bad people and crazy people, because then what they do if they get caught, they say they're bad people, they're crazy people.
I see. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And furthermore, it is said that investigative journalists uncovered certain information that this was actually perpetrated by a CIA assassin because of a major unpaid cocaine debt, because Nicole Brown Simpson was involved with this other woman who was in deep with these people.
Well, couldn't it have just been a regular drug dealer?
It could have been,
When you say
but we all know that the CIA is in bed with the Colombians.
That is true.
That
Also
is
true. That
possibly
is actually
true.
very true.
Yeah,
possibly
and
true,
it
yeah.
said that, and you mentioned it earlier as far as the hired killer theory goes, is that her neck, the way her neck was slit, known as the Colombian necktie.
Yeah.
So I just really hope the hired killer wasn't told to make it look like an accident, because it did not at all.
It's like she slipped on banana peel, fell on a box of knives.
Box of knives. Yeah, someone had ordered that.
And not only were these people involved in the murder, they were also involved with jury tampering, because it is very possible that the jurors were subjected to mind control during the trial through the television sets in their hotel
Do you think
rooms.
maybe Domino's had something to do with that?
Ooh, maybe they did. That's a conspiracy theory I can get behind.
Yeah, some say there is one alternate juror who is dismissed. It's said that she sat in a sequestered hotel room room staring at a blank television screen. Now, the television program Hard
This is
Copy.
also because we get these people just from the general population, So there are a lot of people who spend most of their nights sitting alone in a room staring at a blank television screen.
I'm here for the lunch. Is that?
You're on the jury.
Great.
Well-
when is lunch, by the way?
Well, we already had lunch. You
I just
ate
missed
it.
it.
I watched you eat lunch.
Did I eat it? I just forget. I love lunch. Do you got a TV screen that has nothing on it?
Absolutely, come this way. She's gonna do great.
Yeah, good work, Christopher. Mr. Darden. We're never going to lose this case now.
Well, trusted news program Hard Copy reported that she had been hearing voices, and it's also said
She just left her Walkman on while she was asleep.
Yeah, and she's in a hotel, right?
Yeah.
So these walls are not thick. I'm sure she was hearing voices. You always hear voices in a hotel.
Well, according to capital I, capital J, capital I, capital R investigative reporter Alex Costanillo, he said that the dismissed juror attempted suicide by eating broken glass.
God help us.
I mean, or it's just L.A. and she was working on a circus trick to try to get on some dumb can you believe she did that television
Yeah,
show?
or she was already fucking demented and thought she was a chicken. She's eating broken glass because it's just like, I gotta do something to digest all this grain I've been eating.
It would be kind of nice, though. Everywhere you go, you just see a bunch of food you can eat. Every window. Yeah, big old steak window.
I'm gonna suck on that trash can over there because I'm feeling it today.
Yeah. So that's the other. And of course, and then there's Glenn Rogers, the serial killer, but he was in jail.
Yeah,
so.
Glenn Rogers. He was on a program on
just
ID
confessed,
Discovery.
yeah.
He confessed, but he also confessed to 70 other murders. And most
Cleopatra,
importantly,
I think, was one of them. Yeah.
and most importantly, Glenn Rogers was in fucking jail at the time of the murder, so he didn't do it. However, there is another theory. Henry, I'm gonna let you take this.
Oh, okay.
They were talking about here. It's like his son James Simpson, which is from his first marriage, right?
Jason Simpson.
Jason Simpson. I'm sorry. His son Jason Simpson was from his first marriage, and there was a series of beliefs that he could possibly have done the murder himself. That he was on antipsychotic medication, and apparently he had been using it using it offhandedly. Like he would take it sometimes and not take it sometimes. And basically said this medication was a type of medication that, like, if you don't take it after a length of time of taking it, you can have a psychotic break.
Yes.
And we know this because a private investigator that was hired through this, it's called the story of O.J. Simpson, which is this BBC documentary. They hired this private investigator whose whole thing is, I look through people's garbage. You'll be surprised. But it's literally, he's just like, you'll be surprised what things you find, what secrets you discover when you look through people's garbage.
Yeah, like mail and what they ate and
absolutely.
stuff like that.
So
yeah.
he went through Jason Simpson's garbage and found basically bottles of tequila and empty bottles of this antipsychotic medication.
Because his father killed his mom?
Yeah.
So then you drink sometimes to just try to forget that.
Yeah.
You know?
And so basically the way they say it is that there was discrepancies between the times when during the time of the murder, he said that he was watching television in his apartment from midnight till 3 o'clock in the morning.
Now, what show did you say you were watching?
It was called The Story of O.J. Simpson.
No, what story what was he watching, Jay?
They did not say what he was watching.
Oh, well, actually,
ironically, Jay Leno, The Tonight Show.
Really?
Yeah, sure. Sure, absolutely.
Very interesting.
But yeah, so there is a series of beliefs that maybe he flew off the handle.
And it's said that there was a beanie cap found at the crime scene that Jason Simpson is seen wearing in other photographs. And it's possible he was a waiter at this restaurant, and Nicole and her mother were supposed to go to Jason's restaurant to eat dinner that night, but ended up going to Ron Goldman's place.
This is over a tip. This is over like he didn't get his $7 tip from the stupid calzone he was going to be serving him.
Yeah. So, and it's all that he hallucinated. It said that in his diary he wrote, "It's the year of the knife for me. I'm out of medication and about to rage."
Yeah,
which he
cool.
does sound like a DJ. Like, it's the year of the knife here in 1994. I'm out of medication and about to rage.
Yeah, year of the knife does sound kind of fun. I mean,
here's "Immigrant Song" by Led Zeppelin.
That's not bad.
Boy, I did a great job.
I gotta go kill my stepmom.
Excuse me, what was that last part, TJ?
Oh, no, sorry. Get the lead out.
Oh, okay, that's much better. I swear to God, he said he was going to kill his stepmom. All right. Well, I think that's it for OJ.
You okay?
And at the end of it, I just choked on some OJ.
OJ strikes again.
He'll never stop committing crimes.
Oh my goodness! Every time you choke on OJ, think of Mr. Simpson.
So I have a friend named Sam Marine that is doing a Kickstarter for a independent movie called Man Underground that is based off of a amalgamation of different UFO and conspiracy theorists, like kind of like Phil Schneider and what's his name. Kind of like Phil Schneider and
Rob Schneider,
like Rob Schneider.
Yeah, Phil and Rob Schneider.
Yeah, but the guy who wrote Communion.
Communion.
Whitley Strieber. So it's like it's a really great project, and you should donate to it.
So if
you want to see it? It's called Man Underground.
Man Underground. So you just go to Kickstarter and search for Man Underground. You can find it. Awesome. Give him some cash.
Oh yeah, and everybody head over to iTunes and leave us a shit ton of reviews. That helps us out so much. It puts us up. That's what puts us up into the top 200.
We just broke the 100. We broke the 100 yesterday.
Yeah. We're kind of popping into there here and there, but yeah, we had the if you want us get us into the top 50, the top 20. If all of you go and leave a review, then you'll fucking shoot us up to the top.
Make iTunes put us on that front page, and then all of America and the world will have to deal with us.
It'll be great. Then we're strong. It's a strong group of individuals.
Yeah, very strong. Go join the Facebook page. Have a great time out there.
Our success is your success.
So do what relaxes you this week. You know what I mean? Don't be like OJ. Don't get caught up in rage.
If you feel like, I want to kill somebody and behead him, I always just say, watch the Jay Leno show. Is that still on? Oh, did they cancel it? What are they going to do?
Fuck you, Jimmy Fallon.
And watch the other program. And, of course, listen to all the shows here on CCR. You know the ones that you like. And listen to those.
CaveComedyRadio.com. Go check it out.
Satan.
Hail yourselves.
Algene.
Will you hail me?
Mm-hmm. And we'll do a Mugustalations and... Oh, and congratulations on the 1994 New York Knicks for winning the Eastern Conference Finals.
Talk about regrets. We all know someone who's been in a car accident and said, I don't need to call a lawyer, only to regret it after their pain and damages were worse than expected. When someone hurts you, you deserve to be compensated fairly. Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm, fighting for the people for over 35 years. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com/podcast. That's forthepeople.com/podcast. Their fee is free unless they win.
Hey, listeners. Marcus Ed and Henry here. It's a little bit of an announcement.
You loving all the episodes of Last Podcasts on the Left lately? Well, listen, now you can get even more from us.
Squeeze it out of us. If you want to hear new episodes ad-free and unlock access to Last Podcast on the Left 7 days early, subscribe to SiriusXM Podcast Plus on Apple Podcasts or visit SiriusXM.com/Podcast Plus to start your free trial today. Do it.